Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Sacramento State Hornets and the Fresno State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Catching up with the Sacramento State head coach before the game, he is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Jesse, if they have to look to their big tight end in the passing game, that could open the door to some struggles.
I mean, he has to be the go-to because he is their best weapon. This is not a dynamic passing attack with guys on the outside with speed, take the top off of defense, catch posts and goes. A lot of it goes through this tight end. So it's getting to the sticks, working open in zone coverage, being that reliable target for the quarterback. That's going to be important in this one.
No doubt. So that starts with great hands, contested catches, using that big frame to catch those intermediate passes, move the sticks, really be the go-to guy in this offense.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Goes to the option. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long, so they'll keep running.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback did everything right in terms of his reads on that option play. He was supposed to keep it, but he's got to do a better job of holding on to the ball. Give the defense credit for getting to him and creating the takeaway.
This offense has it with really good field position. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Martin will throw it. They're working that left side. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And here's the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
The option look. Pulls it on the option. There's a crease. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They'll run the option. He'll do it himself. There he goes. Picks up the first down. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. On first and 10 from the 38. On the option. He'll do it himself. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down. From the 25-yard line, it's first and 10. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains. They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's first and 10. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Sends it back in motion. And he's in! Touchdown, Sacramento State! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. They'll send the back in motion. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and with that, they take the lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Creates a little space. Finds some space enough to get 5 to the 22.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Gets the back moving. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Working that left side now. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Under fire. Hauls it in. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. And with that last grab coming up just short of the sticks, plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Tight end now in motion. The run from the shotgun. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Got a man, it's Freeman. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they take it in for 6 more points.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who can score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. Quarterback keep. Now the pitch. Might have a chance. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. On the option. Keeps it himself. Leaves it with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now on the option. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Goes to the option. Now the toss. He gets it so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. The option look. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Bulldogs! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Number one job of a defense, affect the quarterback. Get to him, make him a little bit flustered, uncomfortable. Jesse, his 2nd fumble of the day, and this time it goes to the house.
Yeah, and David, you know as a former DN, the coaches were telling their guys, hey, you got him to fumble once. If you get close to him, strip away at that thing. Get your hands on him. The ball's going to come out again. That's exactly what happened. They were opportunistic, not just recovering it, scooping and scoring for a big TD.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They'll run the option. Keeps it on first down. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. On the option. He'll keep it himself. Gives it on the option. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Here comes the option. Keeps it on the option. There's a little room there. He's at the 40. The 20. Inside the touchdown, Sacramento State. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And what execution by the offense. The quarterback making the right decision on the defender quickly. Get it to your running back. And how about the wide receivers and everybody else blocking in space, create an alley so the running back can do the rest and make the huge play for the touchdown.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Motion from the back. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. And he's coming out of the end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Martin back to pass. Under fire.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Fresno State will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll run the option. Rides the option, he keeps it. Breaks into the open. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. On the option. He'll pull it. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. On the option. He'll keep it on 2nd down. Maybe some room here. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
He'll toss it. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Now on the option. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Sacramento State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up, but you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. And so the Fresno State offense comes out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. On the move at the 30. Turning it on. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there. He's picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Martin will throw it. Fires to the big fella. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Louisiana, taking on the number 14 team, the USC Trojans. And it's the home squad, looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Now over to your game in Fresno. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Valley Children's Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these.
Turns on the Jets. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Quick release by the QB. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Stopped behind the line, and that's pretty much going to offset the gain on the previous play.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. And the returner will be dragged down. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. And after that last field goal, they start this 3rd quarter, finding themselves playing from behind. The option look. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone.
Could be an alley. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the 1st down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
They'll run the option. The option, he'll keep it. Quick toss. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an
There he goes. Past the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Sacramento State. They take the lead here in the second half.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it's finished off with that thrilling 56-yarder for the score. Out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably.
Got a little grass. The 40. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be stopped. The return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Pulls it on the option. Now the pitch. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. On the option. Pulls it on the option. Hard running there. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
He'll pitch it, and some room to work.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
There's some room. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. An explosive play in the running game moves the sticks for the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. On first down from the 13-yard line. Sends it back in motion. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. While they have a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He'll try to get to the marker himself. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Heading into the fourth quarter, and both of these running backs have just been outstanding. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Here comes the option. The pitch. Touchdown, Sacramento State. And they've moved out front here in the fourth. That's his third touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season.
Man, this is wild. Late in the game, we're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
He'll try to tack on one more. Oh, they blocked the extra point. He picks it up. That's a live ball. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run.
Number 47, set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Bulldog offense. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Martin back to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll send the back in motion. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run the option. Quarterback keep. Headed to the end zone. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Sacramento State. Great job by the back on the option.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Martin will throw it. Quickly to the tight end. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to throw again. Time to take a shot. He's got it at the 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Fresno State right back to the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabs it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is.
He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own. This is like a baseball pitcher pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that. No matter what they do, they're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Fielded in the end zone. It's raining. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. He'll return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Martin back to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Got his man. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Now the play fake. Floats it out in space. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
That's caught. It's Freeman. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down,
it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And the defense is able to go out and shut the door. They put the clamps down. They've got a big lead, and with that fumble, they're going to win the game. You've got to give this defense credit for finishing.
Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's a premium.
yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
On the option. Keeps it on the option. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Sacramento State. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off.
First one away.
Bringing it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
They're dealing with a second and long. Martin will throw it. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Freeman. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Working the middle, it's complete. He will not pick up the 1st down, the desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate. Now on the option. The keeper. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose on the left. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
And some people might say that's piling on, and I get it, but they're not throwing the football all the yard. They're running the football, getting other guys in the football game. It's your job to stop it, and they're just adding stats to the stat column.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.